Hey guys, how's it going? BOJoeKO here on a beautiful Saturday in Philadelphia. And since it is Saturday, I think we should answer some of those questions from our last week's Q&A startup series that I'm going to be making on this channel. Just a little thing that I'm going to be making every Saturday or so, just so I'm not bored out of my mind on Saturdays, and that way I can just share with you guys some information about myself that you might not know, or just general questions about what I think about hockey or anything in general. That's why I just like to make this series for you guys. You can just ask me any question that you want whatsoever. Does not matter to me. I will answer it. So hopefully we can get some more questions for next week. We do have 7 questions this time around, but hopefully we can get some more for next time. And as always, guys, if you do want to ask some questions on here, or you could also do it on my Twitter, and the link to my Twitter is in the description. You should go definitely follow me on Twitter. But enough about stupid tweets and Facebooks and spaces of mine. Get it? Let's just get right into these questions here. Oh, got a text message. I'll look at that later. Okay, so first question comes to us from Jurios Hut. And his question is, how did you decide to get into YouTube and begin to make NHL videos? Alright, so when did I start YouTube? I started YouTube about a year ago, actually, to only a couple days past a year ago. So I think I started in like August of 2012. So happy belated 1 year anniversary, I guess. But yeah, a year ago I was in sophomore year? No, freshman year. Yeah, sophomore year, freshman year. I don't know. Sophomore year, or freshman year of college, and you know, I'm just one of those guys where I like playing video games, but I just kind of got that feeling that I was watching a ton of great YouTubers on here with NHL, like 2BC, UE, guys like them. I was watching them for a while, but I was playing my video games, playing NHL with a lot of my friends, and I just kept thinking to myself, you know what? I like doing this, but I really think I need to do something more with this. And I was kind of at the stage in my college career where I was like, yeah, I know what I want, what field I want to be in for the rest of my career in college. I know what I want to study, but I don't know what specifically I want to do because my major is media studies and production, and it can really go as far as TV, radio, music, live sound editings, all that kind of crazy stuff. And I just didn't know what I wanted to do. So I thought I'd get myself some more experience in the field and start just recording my gameplays. And since I'm a big NHL fan, I'm one of the biggest, I think, personally. I love the NHL. It's my favorite sport. So I just decided, you know what? I like playing NHL a little bit, and I like playing other games with my friends because a lot of us just play just a ton of random shit. I decided, you know what? I'll just go and make. Oh my god, the text messages are just coming in like crazy. Um, I like doing NHL. It's just something I like doing, and seriously, if you guys like doing NHL and just like playing the game, I highly suggest just getting into video. It's awesome. It's really fun. I just love doing it. That's really as simple as I can say. I just like doing it. It's something I always love doing, and yeah, here we are today. So, yeah, next question comes to us from Sean Inman. Are you a 76ers or a Phillies fan? Well, baseball is my second favorite sport. Sad to say that both of these teams are not doing well this year. I don't know, the Phillies aren't doing well. They're starting a resurgence here under new management, but Sixers, sad to say, are probably not going to be doing anything anytime soon. And I'm not the biggest basketball fan. I don't follow it, but I know who all the big players in pretty much every sport are. But basketball would probably be the least, not the sport that I follow. I follow baseball second on the list behind hockey, and then football would be third. So yeah, not a 76ers fan. Phillies fan. I do go to Phillies games a lot just because the tickets are just really, really cheap. It's like $20 and you could just sit in the perfect seat in the outfield. Lower deck, it's great. Okay, so next up we got like a 4-pack of questions from Eat, Sleep, Ice Hockey here. Alright, so we'll start with the first one. Can you do a fantasy GM mode draft? Well, everybody, I obviously could, but to be perfectly honest, I suck at fantasy drafts. That's why I really want to do like a fantasy league for NHL, but the truth of the matter is, I suck at drafting. I really do. I cannot. I probably know which players I would want to get, but then with my stupidity, I'll probably just forget. Oh shit! I didn't grab up a good goalie. Well, I guess I'm stuck with, I don't know, freaking Johan Hedberg or something like that on my team. But yeah, I mean, I obviously could, but I don't think it really would be that entertaining just because I really do suck at fantasy drafts and things like that. I mean, I could always give it a try, and you guys can maybe help me out and whatnot with that, but I don't know. I'm just really bad at fantasy drafts as an overall. So, next one is, what's your favorite hockey team? Hopefully you guys should know this by now. If you just go onto my channel, the channel art just kind of explains it all. Flyers fan through and through to the end. Next up, why BOJoeKO? So I'm assuming that's probably my name, how I got my name. Really, there's kind of two different stories to it. The first one, I kind of made myself, and the second one, it kind of ties along with it. So the first one is kind of just, I came up with the idea myself. It's really just my name kind of squeaked in the middle there, and then just like combination of letters of my last name, just spell it out in there. But really the cool story that I usually just like to tell people, and I kind of just maybe like it as the news story as why I came up with my name. Came out I didn't start YouTube for a year ago, but the backstory of how I got my YouTube name actually kind of started in senior year of high school. So, senior year of high school, I took a second track class, even though I was mostly first track all through my high school career. I took a second track accounting class, and our teacher was very elderly, I'll say that much. He was probably in, oh geez, maybe late 70s, early 80s. I'm not even lying. This guy was old as heck. And the funny thing is, he knew there was a bunch of, how many seniors do we have in this class? I think we had like 4 seniors, and the rest of the class was juniors. So I hung out with 3 of my good friends. So the problem with him was, like, he always gave the juniors like just their regular old last names or first names. He called them by their first names. But the funny thing was, he always gave the seniors a cool little nickname. Like, who was first? Well, I guess for the exception of Pat, my friend Pat, he just called him Pat. He called me, and he had trouble with saying my last name, so he just called me all the time BOJo. So there's where you get the beginning part of my YouTube name, and I just threw in the KO just because those are the letters of the end 2 letters of my last name. I'm like, BOJoeKO or BOJoeKO. I'm like, it sounds pretty cool, so I might as well just stick with that. And the funny one, even though it doesn't have to do with anything, my friend Ryan, his last name was Cassidy, so he always called him Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Oh man, bless that guy's soul. I hope he's still alive. I really do. But man, that guy was a great teacher. And the last one from Eat Sleep Ice Hockey. Are you going to do any OTPs for NHL 14? Yes, I am. I was gonna make a separate video about this as well, but yeah, I might as well just talk to you guys about it now. Yeah, I want to do more stuff with you guys. Like I said, this is one of those specific series that I'm going to be just answering questions from you guys. But OTPs is something that I do want to do. I did one during the live stream. Obviously, it won't be that laggy, but that's why I want you guys to follow me on Twitter, because I will more than likely always announce OTPs during Twitter hours, and they'll always be during the weekend. So Saturdays we'll always do a Q&A, and probably on Saturdays as well we'll maybe do an OTP lobby or something like that, because Sundays I have to dedicate that to homework and whatnot, because, you know, college classes, just tons of reading, tons of papers and homework that I need to write most of the time. So Sundays are not the best day for me. I always can upload something on Sundays, but playing video games is not really something I like to do on Sundays, and plus Walking Dead is on Sundays, and I need to watch that and get ready for that. So yeah, OTPs they're definitely going to be coming up this year. They will always be announced on Twitter, so obviously just go follow me on Twitter at my YouTube name. Same YouTube name and my Twitter account are the exact same name. So it's really easy. Just go follow me on Twitter. And the final question from Tilo 100. What are your thoughts about the Montreal Canadiens? Okay, so we do have one real life NHL question in this team. What are your thoughts about the Montreal Canadiens? Will they make it far in the playoffs? Will they miss the playoffs? Etc. Okay, so Montreal. I actually like the Canadiens. They're a really good, very fast skating, sort of on the uprise young team. Back end, I mean, you got Carey Price for about maybe what 4 or 5 more years. So I mean, you got a great goalie there. Defense, I mean, I don't know about defense all that much about Montreal, to be perfectly honest. I mean, you got the Norris Trophy winner Subban back there. You got some young kids up front like Alchenia, Gallagher, Gianta, Pacioretty, guys like that. Defense, Subban, Beaulieu's coming up soon. I don't even know that many defenders for Montreal and whatnot, but yeah, I think you guys will make the playoffs. You just ran into a bad team last year. Ottawa was just on a magical resurgence after getting Spezza and Carlson back. I mean, that series was good, not gonna lie. Carey Price really did not perform that well in the playoffs, so that was probably one of the reasons that you guys did struggle this year. But my personal opinion, I think you guys will make it back to the playoffs once again. I'm not sure about as high a seed as the second seed, but maybe I'm thinking more in the middle of the pack, maybe like a 4 or 5 or 6 team this year. But who knows? You could surprise me. You could maybe be a second seed again. Who knows? You guys definitely have the talent to make it to a second seed once again. But in my opinion, I don't think you guys are going to have that good of regular season. But I do still think you guys will make the playoff more as a middle of the pack team, like a 4 or 5 or 6 seed. Once again, so that'll do it for the questions for this week's weekly NHL Saturday Q&A, I guess. I don't even know a series to name for this. A name to give to this series. But yeah, leave your guys' questions for anything that you want to ask, personal, NHL 14 stuff, whatever. It does not matter to me. Ask me if I enjoy squirrel. I don't know. I don't care what you guys ask me. It's just fun for everybody. Leave your questions in the comments section, and we will be back next Saturday to answer some more of them. As always, guys, remember to follow me on Twitter because OTPs and just more subscriber nights, gameplay, and stuff like that will be always announced on Twitter. So make sure you do that. Thanks, guys. And I'll see you next week for some more questions.